It's time for Around the Ozarks in 5, brought to you by the Springfield Greene County Park Board, Roto-Rooter Plumbing and Drain Service, Blue Current, and Thompson Sales. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Foreheads.
Hey, only Sarah Foreheads, my better half, is gone away for work purposes. So he will be back soon and very soon, hopefully by tomorrow, actually. Thank you to our fill-ins over the past few days. We took some time off and got away, and it was super great, honestly. But it is really good to be back and kind of in the groove. So here is a look at news for this Thursday morning. Springfield police say there is lots of damage left behind, but fortunately no injuries. Someone was firing shots outside of an apartment complex early Wednesday morning near the intersection of Battlefield and Campbell. The building was definitely hit, but again, no people. Witnesses report seeing one person run away. So far, nobody is in custody. If you have any information, you can call SPD with that. Well, this will be an interesting case to watch. A Springfield man is jailed after chasing a guy who stole his car with the dude's cell phone inside from a gas station while the guy had run in to get something to drink and left his keys and his phone in the car. Robert Mitchell used his phone's location to track down the car thief, which worked, by the way. That led to a chase, though, and a shooting near Mercy Hospital. So he found the car. He found the car's thief and held him until police got there. But again, in the process, he also fired 5 rounds somewhere during that chase. So now both the car thief and the car's owner are jailed on $25,000 bond. Now, of course, citizens are only supposed to shoot if they feel like their life is being threatened. So that is the case. That is the question, I suppose, that now the courts will get to figure out the answer to. All right, now to this. The Springfield police officer who caused a near fatal crash is no longer with SPD. It is unclear if he was fired or if he quit on his own accord. But either way, Isaiah Hausknecht was on restricted duty following a crash on March 22nd, where he had apparently blown through a red light on his way to a call. And you can't do that. They can go through a red light. But first, police or ambulance must slow down to the point where they make sure that it's safe, especially if their light is red, obviously not green. And apparently that's what did not happen. So on March 22nd, as Isaiah was going through the red light at a high rate of speed, he collided with a 42-year-old woman in a Cadillac SUV. She suffered major injuries. And now, again, he is no longer with the department. So again, I don't know if he quit or if he was let go. But either way, he is no longer with SPD. Springfield City Utilities is suing 3M Company for what they call polluting 3 local bodies of water with its waste: Jones Spring, Pearson Creek, and the James River. The Missouri Department of Natural Resources and the Environmental Protection Agency hasn't taken any action against 3M, apparently, even though the city has alerted them to some concerns. So that is why CU decided to file suit. City Utilities is seeking money from 3M that would help install certain equipment that would stop what they call pollution from that plant. So another court case that will kind of be interesting to see. All right. Well, who knew that the battle over Linden Lure is still hot? I mean, there was a time where I followed this so closely because I went to Linden Lure and I took my kids swimming all the time. It's on the Finley River in Christian County. It's beautiful. If you've never been, I don't know if this is the time to go because it's still in a fight, but it's been in a fight for a long, long time. I mean, decades at this point. A Missouri appeals court, though, just ruled that the access road that leads up, it's really the primary point of entry into Linden Lure, is indeed to remain a public access point. So here's what it boiled down to. There was some property owners that built a gate in 2020 that really blocked off the public's ability to go down what's called Canyon Road. So here's what is interesting. This is a quote. They said access to Canyon Road had never been restricted. So we're talking hundreds of years. It had never been restricted. So the court concluded that the landowners' inaction in decades before this showed an intent to dedicate the road for public use. Isn't that fascinating? So in other words, if you are on a piece of property that you believe is yours and there's public creeping on it, you better do something about it and not just wait forever, because the longer you wait, you're setting your own precedent against you, is what it sounds like. So anyway, the landowners are appealing it. I think it's fascinating because I've been down there. I've seen this road. I've been on this road. I've been into Linden Lore through this road. And it does sort of seem private, just in its setup, but it's kind of the only access into this like public body of water. So anyway, I think the whole thing is fascinating, but I guess I did not realize that it was still a hot topic, but it is. So there's the latest. All right. If you can foster a dog, now is the time. We told you a couple weeks ago about 60 dogs that went into a Greene County shelter, really off of one raid. Raid might be a strong word. Really, it was more of a rescue operation. But now there's been another one. There's been actually two more, both of these in Christian County. So 88 more dogs. So you had 60. Now you have 88 more dogs going into the system, basically into shelters that are already full. So if you can foster a dog, your services are needed. And to do that, you can visit two websites. Either go to Rescue One, their website, just Google it, or look up For the Love of Canines. For the Love of Canines. That's a different group that has been taking in dogs that are very much in need right now of foster parents. All right, 'tis the season for swimming time, and we have a positive update for you on a popular swimming spot. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers says that the swim beach at the Cape Fair campground is safe again, and it is back open. It had to close recently due to E. coli bacteria that was too high. The levels were too high. Could have caused some health concerns, but again, the numbers have gone back into a safe zone, so it has reopened. All right, this is for you. If you have sensitive documents that you really want to get rid of, Saturday is your day. There is a community event of sorts hosted by the Greater Springfield Area Crime Stoppers and Big Bear Shredding. They are hosting an event at Caliber Collision that's located at 1025 West Sunshine. Just show up, drive-through style, bring your documents. It's $5 to shred a small box or bag. It's $10 to shred a large box or bag of sensitive documents, cash only. So have cash in hand, $5 or $10 for the small or big boxes, respectively. And that's a good service because there's a lot of identity theft. So it's good to shred documents, not just throw them away. Okay, well, that's my time. I think that's perhaps the closest I've ever been to getting around the Ozarks in 5, somewhere around 5, because Ethan and I get off on rabbit trails, but the dude is funny, so I just go with it most of the time. But there you go. We're only 8 minutes into our 5-minute podcast. So anyway, thanks for joining me. Hope you have a great Thursday. I really hope that my husband will be back here with us tomorrow. I think he will, but I'm not going to count my chickens before they hatch, right? Isn't that how the saying goes? Anytime there's an airplane involved, I'm not convinced that it's going to be on time. So, all right. Have a great day. And yeah, see you back here tomorrow. Thanks so much for listening. Share with your friends. Bye.